The FV4005 is an insanely deadly tank destroyer. It's a tier 10 autoloader, and when it comes to tank destroyers, normally they have big alpha. Even the Foch, which is an autoloader, still carries a 560 alpha. This tank, as of update 9.1, carries 410 damage per shot, which makes it the lowest per shot tank destroyer in the game. However, while it may be low on single shot damage, this tank has 4 shells in its magazine, with only a 2.5 second reload. That is where the 4005 is dumb. Wargaming went from giving this tank a 460 alpha with 3 shells, which was capable of dealing 1380 damage, now to a 410 alpha with 4 shells and a faster intraclip to deal 1640 damage. That is dumb. The average Hess shell of a 183 is 1300. A max roll from a 183 is like 1620 something. Now, the 4005 does more damage than a max roll from a 183 basically on average. That is dumb, and I don't know why this tank needed to change. I thought it was fine before. Wargaming said, nope, we're going to make this tank absolutely busted. If you're running shell reload boost on the vehicle, you're going to get a 30% cooldown between each shell in the magazine. And because it gained an extra shell in the magazine as well, shell reload boost helps it out even more. So, if we were to pull out the calculator very quickly, and so what? It's a 2.5 second intraclip, so 2.5, multiply that by 0.3, and it's 0.75 seconds off. So if you multiply that by the 3 shells, you're shaving off 2.25 seconds from the clip. That's massive time you're shaving off. It's only 7.5 seconds, so it's around 5 seconds to deal 1600 damage. How Wargaming thought this was okay, it baffles me. I really don't know why you would ever think this is okay. In my opinion, update 9.1 is basically a shadow buff to say, hey, autoloaders weren't good enough, so let's make them better. The T57 Heavy was already one of the best tier 10 heavies in the game, and Wargaming buffed its DPM, and then gave it shell reload boost. Why? The world may never know. The M6 Yo, a great heavy. Why did it get shell reload boost? I don't know. The Batchat got shell reload boost. The 4005 obviously got the 4th shell, same for the AMX 50B. And the Foch got more DPM, and the TVP got a better intraclip. Literally every autoloader got buffed some way in update 9.1. And I honestly don't know why, because autoloaders are already some of the most capable and have the highest carrying potential in the game. Because let's say you're in a 1 versus 3 engagement, and you're able to pick and choose when you fight those opponents, you can very easily store a lot of damage with a 57 heavy, bang, 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 clear that tank if it's less than 1200 health, and then move on to your next target. Bang, bang, bang. That's why autoloaders are insane. And if you give a tank like the 4005 mobility, you give it the fact that it can't be HE due to spall liner, and the also fact that it can clip 1600 damage in a matter of 5 seconds when you activate shell reload boost, you can understand why this is a problem. I think that this tank is incredibly fun to play, and I'll enjoy playing it for probably the next couple of days, until I don't play it again, and then I run into other people playing it that are able to literally YOLO, deal 1600, and even if they die, cripple whatever they did YOLO. That's a serious problem. There should be no tank in the game that's able to do that. If a 183 YOLOs, it'll be spotted a mile away, it'll be cleared, everybody will farm it. 4005 actually has decent camo, and not only decent camo, but it has 10 degrees of gun depression and great mobility. I really think this was a dumb decision on Wargaming's part. This is possibly one of the most overpowered tanks I've ever seen, ever. I mean, sure, it's got many weaknesses, but there's no tank in the game that can do this right here. Full health Super Conqueror. All right, there's 1 shell into his tank, 2 shells into his tank, 3 shells into his tank, and 4. Plus a little bit of a fire there. We dealt 1800 with the clip alone, and with the fire added on, 2071 damage. A full health Super Heavy is now down to 526 health. I have ruined a player's game while he was running his tank in a decent position where it honestly should have been ran. That's a problem, and it definitely is a big one at that. Don't worry though, I lost 400 hit points, so clearly fair trades. Alright, well, already we've been able to deal a pretty decent chunk of damage for the average player in this game, but we're not done there. Now we've got an E100 to shoot at, a full health E100, 2,750 hit points. This guy probably thinks his armor's good, until you realize that this thing got a pen buff on its standard, so 1 shell, 2 shells, here comes our 3rd, and might as well penetrate that 4th one as well. We took half of the E100 off, and our teammates took the other half, and there you go. Full health heavy, that was just 2,700 hit points in a matter of about 6 seconds is dead. What? It's literally baffling. It is baffling to say how quick vehicles are dying. So we got the Super Conqueror and the Object 704. I'm going to be real, I could have shot the Super Conqueror. The guy had 70 hit points, but I really wanted to see if I could full clip the entirety of this Object 704. I noticed he had just fired, so there's 1 shell, 2 shells. We're going to fire 3 shells and 4 shells. Yeah. A full health 704 now has 57 hit points. Now, unfortunately, our Kron misses the first shell, clears the 704 on the second, and he has the third shell. Shoot, and dies. Well, unfortunately, our full health Kron really didn't think about that, especially because he had enough gun depression to shoot them hull down. Yeah, my team was not amazing. But hey, we're up to 5,000 damage. We take a blind shot at that bat chat. I guess we'll have to see in a bit if it pens. We fired an HE at that Kron. Unfortunately, doesn't do enough. Not the Kron, the Super Conqueror. And with that, we're up to 5,500 damage. But hey, why not get a shot onto this 50B for another 510? 6,000 damage dealt. And you'll notice there's still quite a bit left. My 183 gets a saving shell of 1260 into that T54E1, which does clear him. My ST1, you'll notice, shoots me. That's not very good. And the Super Conqueror somehow actually missed our 183. Now, I had a decision here, and basically I figured I might as well just ram the guy. Then we are able to finish off the Super Conqueror. So we got 2 tanks left on the enemy team. We got an AIM X50B and a Boss Chatillon 25-ton. Okay, what am I going to do here? Well, I know that the 50B was last spotted towards base B. I also know that their team is going up rapidly on base capture, and if I don't do something about it soon, we're going to lose. Well, there's the 50B. Might as well plop on shell reload boost. I thought he was AFK, but it turns out he's not. But who cares? There's 3 shells and 4. There you go. Full health 50B. Now we're up to 7,473 damage. But hey, there's still a bat chat left. Let's go get that guy. Now, I know that the bat chat is in mid, and there you go. He fires 1 shell at me, doesn't end up hitting, which is great. So we still have enough health to take now 2 shells from him. And I'm going to start driving up to the front line. Base B is obviously my main goal. I really, really wanted to get that shell out, but just couldn't get it out. But that's all fine, because the bat chat is not the smartest player and drives right into my line of sight. Boop, there you go. Finishing off the enemy Boss Chatillon 25-ton. What a dumb battle. To showcase why this tank is dumb, it wouldn't have been able to do this previously. It wouldn't even have been close. I would have taken like half the Super Conqueror off, maybe a little bit off the E100. Nothing even close to what I did in this game. The FV4005 is busted. It shouldn't be able to do this, but it was. So the first game I played in the tank today, I was able to break 8,000 damage in, which is probably the highest amount of damage I've done in this tank yet. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully you can understand why I'm calling this a pretty dumb change that Wargaming has decided to make. Obviously, not in everybody's hands. This tank isn't going to be good. But when it comes to the skilled players out there, this is going to be a tank that's literally, you're going to tunnel it or you're going to lose. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.